Quick disclaimer. This video will have lots of opinions and subjectivity. If that bothers you, please stay away. You have been warned. What's poppin', gang? Welcome to a very different style of video. I'm your boy, The Edge of Sleep. You can also call me Mr. Sleep if you'd like. And today we are going to be doing a couple tier lists. The first tier list will include finishers of WWE wrestlers that are currently on an active roster. The second tier list will include all-time wrestling finishers. Some of my decisions are going to be slightly controversial, and my response to that is sucks to suck. The first one I see is Io Sky's moonsault. A moonsault as a finisher, for me, while it is beautiful, isn't the most overly impactful. Io Sky is cool because she does the hop on the hop from the mid rope to the high rope. So I'll put her in B just for the pure spectacle of it. Next, we have Sheamus's Brogue kick. Brogue? I think it's Brogue, right? A classic, just big kick to the face, a big boot, if you will. This one is good. Sheamus is always pretty stiff in the ring in a good way. Lots of impact. Classic kick to the face. You can't really go wrong with it. We'll start that in A tier. Next, let's go coup de grace. Or coup de grace. Coup de grace. Anyways, I'm going to put it right below the Brogue kick. In theory, it's an insanely powerful and violent move. But for whatever reason, when Finn does it, you can tell he's not trying to kill his opponents. There just is something slightly missing. So A is fine. Next, we have Roman Reigns' super punch into spear combo. While I am a bit of a Roman hater, I will put this in A as well. You can't argue with a good spear. Roman gives a great one. Always has. The Superman punch is cool. And the ooh-ah makes it dope as hell. Can't argue with that. I really can't. I want to, but I will not. I'm an honest guy. Crossroads. I'm being controversial on this one. I'm going to put it at the top of B. As a finisher, I think it lacks impact. You know, the triple Crossroads on Roman Reigns to win the championship belts versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 40. Very cool moments, but in my opinion, if I'm being 100% honest, it is not that cool. It doesn't really make a lot of sense as a finisher, to be honest. What are you doing? Giving the guy whiplash? You know what I mean? Next, we have Bianca Belair's KOD. It looks like a slight variation on an attitude adjustment, turning into a face buster. It's pretty good. I will put it right behind Roman Reigns. CM Punk, the GTS S. This is not going to be the only time CM Punk is in this video, but the GTS is a classic. High impact. It's always cool when he does it on much bigger wrestlers. Just a classic. You really can't go wrong with it. Next one, Seth Rollins' Curb Stomp. That is going to go above the GTS. The Curb Stomp is so fucking cool. I kind of confuse people because I have Seth Rollins on my Mount Rushmore of wrestlers. For anyone who doesn't know, I'm fairly new to wrestling. I've just gotten into it in the last handful of years or so. And I've only been to one WWE show. It was a house show in Spokane, Washington. The main event was Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins. And for the finale, Seth lays 3 curb stomps in a row to get the 1, 2, 3. Fantastic. High impact. He fucking kills it. It's a great move. Everything Seth does is amazing. Next, we got Becky Lynch's Manhandle Slam, I believe it's called. It looks like just kind of a classic choke slam. I will put it at the top of B. Love Becky to death. But as far as this finisher or her disarm her armbar thing, this is the better of the two, and it's still not amazing. This is a guy I'm not overly familiar with. Forgive the ignorance. Braun Breaker and his spear. Seems like that's his finisher. Seems like he's done some experimenting over the last couple years, but his spear is his tried and true, looks like. This guy's a fucking beast. The way he moves around the ring, the speed at which he flies, and the velocity at which he just rams into people, it's pretty next level shit. You know what? On this list, and I can always move things around, I'm going to put it bottom of S right now. That guy fucking flies, and it's fun to watch. He has the wrestling style that I really enjoy, and that's that high impact, stiff as fuck, just bodying people. That's what he does. That's what Braun does. So, great work. Great work. I'll give him his coach, whatever. Next, we have Damian Priest's South of Heaven. Simple choke slam, but everything about this guy is great. I love Damian Priest. When I first started getting into professional wrestling, get the fuck over there. It was in the middle of the Judgment Day oversaturation, and I wasn't a big fan, to be honest. But now that he's coming into his own, and he gets a lot of opportunities on the mic now. He's one of my favorite wrestlers in the WWE right now, as crazy as that is to say. And he gets hella air on the choke slam, and it's, once again, high impact, right? You can't argue with it. So we'll do the top of A. Ooh, yeah, let's make some people really upset. Bailey's Rose Plants? Yeah, we're gonna go C. It's bad. The Belly to Bailey, or Bailey to Belly, also was bad. Better than this. The Rose Plant is very not good, to be honest. That might bother some people, but that's just how I feel. Next, we have Liv Morgan's Oblivion. So it looks to me like the Oblivion is like a from the ropes DDT. As a finisher, it's fine. I'll put it above Io Sky's Moonsault, I guess. Not fantastic. LA Knight's BFT. What does BFT stand for? Big frickin' turd. It's not that bad. I love LA Knight as a wrestler and a character, and I'm super happy that his hype has not really died down. Everyone was expecting it to, and I was like, no, LA Knight's the truth. Which he is. His finisher, not fantastic. It's like a slightly worse stunner. I'll put it at the top of C. Sorry, LA. Speaking of LA Knight, this is Shinsuke, who just beat LA Knight for the US title as of recording this. This is his knee strike. What's it called? The Kinara. What's it fucking called? The Kinshasa. That's a hard word for me to say. Jesus. Yeah, running knee strike, you know, it's like a running super kick, except with the knees of the foot, so it's completely different. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Definitely lacks a bit of impact for me. I'll put it right behind the Crossroads, right in front of the Oblivion. What a great game that is. Charlotte Flair's 8-figure leg lock. Yeah, I'm gonna put a D. You guys will learn from me very quickly. I'm not a huge fan of submissions in professional wrestling. This one looks stupid as fuck, in my opinion. I'm not a big Charlotte Flair believer, so I'm gonna say nah. I'm gonna say bottom of the barrel, D for dumpster. Next, we have Tiffany Stratton's Prettiest Moonsault Ever. It's the actual name of it, I'm pretty sure. Good for her for really digging deep on this gimmick. It is a moonsault, but I believe it is better than Io Sky's. So maybe I'll do just right in front of her, right behind Liv. The RKO, S tier. Now the question is, where does it go? I'm gonna be controversial as fuck. This is gonna ruffle feathers. I'm gonna put it right behind the curb stomp. No, thank you. RKO, obviously one of the greatest finishers ever, especially the way Randy hits them, right? Literally from out of nowhere, right? One of the greatest of all time. Definitely should be on everyone's Mount Rushmore for finishers. But I genuinely prefer the curb stomp. But don't worry, Randy's gonna be in this video again. You'll see. Next, we have Sami Zayn's Helluva Kick. God, Sami Zayn's one of those wrestlers where he is fantastic, but fuck, he just does everything so awkwardly. It seems like everything's awkward. Maybe that's part of his gimmick. I really don't know. I feel like he just misses people, you know? Because they'll do those close-up cams, and you can see that foot doesn't go anywhere near someone's face, you know? So I feel like it's got potential to be better, right? Another running kind of super kick situation. I'm going to put it behind Tiffany Stratton's Prettiest Moonsault Ever. Next, we got the Claymore. The Claymore's good. Drew McIntyre appears to be a stiff motherfucker, and I like that. So I'm going to put his top of A. The Claymore's the top of A, especially the 1, 2, 3, and then he just buries his foot in the back of someone's skull. It's good shit. You gotta love it. Next, we have Mama Riptide. Riptide. Where the hell does Riptide go? It's a solid finisher, right? It's basically a glorified body slam. So in a way, it's not the super cool, you know? I feel like it's the most underwhelming part of her game. Her finisher. Maybe that's controversial. I don't know. Yeah, I'll do the bottom of A. Yeah, bottom of A sounds fine. Oh, Nia Jax. Looks like her finisher is more of a leg drop, but I like the one where she just be sitting on people's chests, about to poo-poo on them. It's actually not terrible. Everyone wants to shit on Nia Jax, pun intended. I actually don't mind her because she does a fantastic job of being hated, being a heel, right? She's great at what the fuck she does. We'll do top of C. It's fine. Okay, this one's fun. Chaos Theory. This is the Chaos Theory for Chad Gable. This thing is dope as hell. I love it. It's like a suplex into a lying suplex into a pin. It's pretty fucking cool. It's an amazing demonstration of strength, an amazing feat of strength, I should say. On this list, I'm going to put it right at the bottom of S. So next, we have Kofi Kingston's Trouble in Paradise. Now, I know he also has the SOS. Now, I know some of you guys may be a little peeved because you're like, what about the SOS, bro? That's his real finisher. Shut up, okay? The Trouble in Paradise literally came from the WWE website. It's listed as his signature move, okay? So with that being said, it is dope. A little spinning super kick in the middle of the ring. It's pretty cool. I like it so much, as a matter of fact, I will put it right in front of the Brogue kick. Then last one, we have AJ Styles Style Clash. A lot of people have parroted this thought. It's not fantastic. It's not a fantastic finisher. Bro, what about the phenomenal forearm? Shut up. There are choices. There are more than one for some of these people, okay? I'm doing the Styles Clash. It's pretty bad, to be honest. It's better than the Rose Plant. It's better than the PFT. You know what? Because it's AJ, I'm going to put it right behind Tiffany Stratton's prettiest moonsault ever. Looking at this list, I might actually want to put the coup de grace behind Roman Reigns' Superman punch into spear. Yeah, I think this is fine. This is the list. Like I said, if it bothers you, suck my wiener. Now we move on to the next list. All right, now to make people really upset, we have the all-time finishers list. Some of you guys may be thinking, what about this move? What about this move? If I didn't put it in here, that's because I limited myself to 25 options. Also, make your own fucking video or list. First off, Tombstone Piledriver S tier does not need to be explained why. So fucking good. Where it ends up in S tier, I don't know yet, but S for sure. Bret Hart Sharpshooter. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of submission finishers. I'm not a big fan. Now, the Sharpshooter is one of the best, and Bret Hart is one of the GOATs. So I will put him in A for right now. Next, we have Goldberg's Jackhammer. It's a pretty good move. You know, he holds the guy vertical for a while and then slams him down. I'm not overly impressed by it. I think while it is high impact, I think it's more of a spectacle of strength rather than a really devastating move, in my opinion. Would I want to take one? No. So for now, we'll just put it in B. Batista Bomb. Shit. I'm leaning S, to be honest. As far as just power bombs go, it's arguably the greatest of all time. Fuck it, S. We'll put it behind the Pile Driver. The Razor's Edge. It's a pretty damn good finisher. Razor Ramon is not on my Mount Rushmore, but he's probably like 5th on my all-time list. That guy had such a fucking aura. The toothpick, some people thought it was cheesy. No, the perfect amount of cheese, as a matter of fact. I'm going to put it at the top of A. It's a simple finisher, like all finishers were from the 90s. But high impact for sure. And it always looked cool. Oh, CM Punk, what are you doing here again? We have the running knee into bulldog choke slam thing, whatever the fuck that thing was called. You guys remember that? It's a pretty cool one. I never liked it at first when I first started watching CM Punk's stuff. I was like, it's kind of weird and corny. And I do think the GTS is better. However, it's going to go A. It's going to go right above the Sharpshooter. Brock Lesnar's F5. A little bit of info on me. I'm kind of a Brock Lesnar hater. I've never been a big fan of these wrestlers that are crowned the chosen one and are unkillable and unfuckwittable and just the fucking goats. You know, I never liked the Goldbergs or the Roman Reigns' or the Hulk Hogan's or the Brock Lesnar's because they're not fun to root for. You don't want to root for them. As a matter of fact, you want to boo them, right? That's my opinion. That's my take. Maybe it's hot. F5, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I'm going to put it right behind the knee into running bulldog choke thing. Like I said, this list might bother some people. I have the Code Breaker for Chris Jericho instead of the Walls of Jericho. I think the Code Breaker is dope as fuck. I really like it. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put it at the top of A. I think the Code Breaker, and some people are like, it's more of a signature than it's not fucking 2K, bitch. Eddie Guerrero's Frog Splash. Man, I wish I was around to watch Eddie more. Unfortunately, I'm so young and green that I wasn't around to see any of his stuff. But going back and watching some of his old matches, the dude was as phenomenal as everyone said he was. And his Frog Splash was dope as hell. I'm going to put it at the top of A. Edge's Spear. I know a spear is a simple move, but I'm going to do something. I'm going to put it right at the top of S. Edge's Spear isn't just about the actual move itself. Yes, his spear was fucking devastating. It always looked that way. But the build up to it, right? The fucking him raising his hand like, come on, you motherfucker. Come here, you little bitch. Come here, you little shit. And then to just body them and hit the pin. Edge is on my Mount Rushmore because I'm a fucking freak. I did a little bit of a throwback here. So we have Jake the Snake's DDT, right? The guy who invented the DDT. As far as impact, now not necessarily physical impact, but cultural impact, it probably should go on the top of S. But because it is such a simple move and even looking back, right, devastating for sure. I'm going to put it middle of B. Now, if this was influential finishers, it'd be the top of S. Hulk Hogan's leg drop. Boo, fuck this guy. This guy sucks. Leg drop was pretty dope. Even now, going back and watching some of those matches, leg drop is pretty fucking dope. And the pop the crowd gives makes it even cooler, right? So, as a matter of fact, fuck it. We'll put it right behind the F5, right in front of the sharpshooter. Next, we got the Diamond Cutter, DDP. Love you, my boy. I figured since I put the RKO on this list, it would be kind of sacrilege almost to not include the Diamond Cutter, right? The move that basically inspired the RKO. I'm not saying DDP invented a cutter, but DDP definitely made it dope as fuck to do one. So shut up if you're typing that. He had the wind up where he'd stick his hands in the air and everyone go fucking nuclear, right? And then he'd hit it, and it was very slow, right? It took a long time. He got a lot of hang time. Going back and watching some of that old WCW stuff where he'd hit it and you could see those tiny venues just fucking rocking, ready to see the cutter. The Diamond Cutter, I should say. It's dope as fuck. I'm going to put it at the top of A, as a matter of fact. That's how much I like it. So far, no C's or D's. I guess that's why they're all timers, right? Swanton Bomb, top of S. That is non-negotiable. It stays there at the top of S, and it always will be. The Swanton Bomb is the greatest fucking finisher of all time. Jeff Hardy is the greatest wrestler of all time, and if you disagree with me, I don't really care. If you're new to the channel, I did make a Jeff Hardy video. It was my first ever video essay I ever created. I was trying to be like smart and wanted to make a really engaging video, so I used WWE footage. Holy fucking shit, don't do that. Very sad. Maybe I'll have to remake that video. Let me know if you want to see that down below. Attitude adjustment. Never been a big Cenationer, John Cena guy. And the attitude adjustment is in a way kind of underwhelming, but if I'm being honest and true, I think it is better than a leg drop. So it's going to go right there towards the bottom of A. You know what? I take it back. Top of B. And I'm also moving the sharpshooter down to the top of B. Okay, the ankle lock, not the angle lock. It is one of the better submission finishers. It is a submission finisher, so I'm going to put it the bottom of B. Rocky's Rock Bottom. While I am kind of a rock hater as well, just because I don't like part-timers, fucking bitch, part-timers wanting to make money and have longevity, fuck you, right? The Rock Bottom's dope as hell. It's definitely better than the attitude adjustment. I'm going to put it above the F5, I think. I think it's a good place for it. This is Diesel's Jackknife. Pretty solid fucking move, to be honest. Nothing special, right? Like most of those guys' movesets back in the late 90s. However, I do like it. I think it's better than a normal body slam or power bomb. We're going to put the jackknife at the bottom of A, and we're moving the leg drop to the top of B. I've decided. Randy Orton's punt. I believe it belongs in S. I told you Randy was going to come back, didn't I? I think the punt is better than the RKO. There, I said it. But that's just because it's as stiff as a move gets, because Randy has literally concussed dozens of wrestlers doing this fucking move. I'm going to put it above the Batista bomb. Does it go above the spear? No, I'm not going to do that. Rey Mysterio's 619. This is a goodie. Where does it go? You know what? I think it goes above the Code Breaker. 619 is dope as fuck. The 619 into the splash is fucking iconic, and it deserves to be an A. RVD's 5-star frog splash. Do I think it's better than Eddie's frog splash? Probably not. Man, this list is looking scuffed. I just took a step back and just looked at it. It's fucking crazy. 5-star frog splash going above CM Punk's nameless move. The stunner. Okay. Now, do you guys want to be like really mad at me? I'm going to say something. Stone Cold, Mount Rushmore, right? Everyone's Mount Rushmore, should be. The stunner is only as good as the person who sells it. A lot of people say Rock gave the best ever sell for the stunner. I disagree. I think Rock's overselling of it made it look fucking dumb and stupid. I know that is a hot take. Don't care. I'm going to put the stunner at the top of A. I don't think it belongs in S because of how inconsistent the sell was. Sweet Chin Music. I'm going to put it right behind the stunner. The triple stomp into the kick. It's cool. It's dope as fuck. The kick itself is very cool. Everyone complains nowadays how a super kick used to be a finisher, right? And now it's just a move that people will break out 5 times a match, right? But this was the super kick. This was that fucking move. Kane's choke slam, one of the best, if not the best choke slam of all time. Jackknife, moving down top of B. Choke slam, end of A. And then last we have the lead assault. The only female that's on this list. It kind of sucks, right? Kind of sucks that the the greatest women wrestlers right now are currently still wrestling, right? Women weren't given a fair shot back in the Dizzy. Lita's moonsault, I believe, is, in my opinion, the best moonsault ever. Kurt Angle had a pretty good one too. I'm going to be kind of consistent, you know, a moonsault as a finisher, right? So it's going to go top of B. Is the ankle lock the worst move out of all of these? Oh my god. We'll call it we'll call that a tier list. Well, gang, that was the definitive WWE finisher tier list. If you have any other ideas for videos you'd like to see from me that are wrestling or not wrestling related, feel free to let me know down in the comments below. Before you go, make sure to like and subscribe, leave any comment down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. See you then.